quite often a person would tell me in a conversation that they feel that their faith is weak. That person probably could be you. Even if it's not you, you won't be surprised to hear that it's like one of the top 5 grievances I hear regarding the spiritual life. My faith is weak, just not feeling it, not getting any feedback from God. First of all, let me just say that there's no shame in admitting this. Some of the top saints we've ever had, even Jesus himself, went through dry spells. Having said this though, I think it's worth it to make a very key distinction. Very often when a person says that they're losing faith, what they really mean is that they're losing their fervor. And that's very different from faith. Fervor, the word fervor, comes from the Latin word meaning to boil. So think of the more lively and fruitful and alive moments that you've experienced in prayer. That's fervor. In other words, the person is trying to communicate that their relationship with God is no longer at a roaring, lively boil, but it's at a simmer. The honeymoon is over, as it were. Okay, the fervor is gone. But fervor is not faith. Fervor can help a person have faith, but fervor is something that just comes and goes. It's like an emotion. Faith, on the other hand, is that virtue that says, even though my relationship with God is at a simmer right now, I'm still going to show up. In today's gospel, Jesus instructs us to love God with all of our heart, mind, and soul and strength. So 3 or 4 things there. I just want to contrast 2 of them, heart and soul. What does it mean to love God with all of one's heart? That's fervor. So think of the moving prayer experience, or the hymn or the praise and worship song that you heard that really speaks to you. That's great. When the heart is pumping, when fervor is there, take advantage of it. But what happens when your heart's just not into it? That's when we worship God with all of our soul. In other words, with faith, the soul, in this context, that's the part of the human person that says, even though my heart is not there, even though my heart's not in it, even when the fervor is gone, I'm still going to show up, and I'm still going to show God that I love him. So, if you've ever thought, my faith is weakening, perhaps it's not your faith that's waning, but your fervor. And that's okay. Fervor comes and goes, but showing up to prayer, even without fervor, and especially without fervor, I would say, that's real faith, and the kind that will endure forever.